fog. And on hot days like today, you notice it's a little humid.
Yeah.
And if you go up to the chaparral, it's not that humid even though there's just as many trees, but they're not redwoods, right? Redwoods will make their own fog. What will happen is if it's a really hot day and they're not getting the water that they need from the ground and they're not getting it from the ocean, they'll go, you know what? I'm going to recycle my own water. I'm going to make my own fog. And so they'll sweat all of that water out. And then in the evening, if you look at their needles are...
Very, very big trunk.
Any cavity. If you were to try to ring around him, it'd probably take all of us holding hands like this to get around that tree. And if you were to cut him down and make houses out of him, which we're not going to do, you can make about 27 medium-sized houses out of just this one tree because it's so big, and so thick, and so old. And there are tons of trees like that in this.
就是你从那中间穿过去是一条线。
刚才那人说什么呀？安娜，刚才那人说什么？我说你快速点，快速点。
是贴不了的。这是贴不了的，网子上有。
This is the mother of the forest.
This seems to be the father.
No.
ఏంటంటే దీనికి అది దొడ్డుగా ఉన్నది
66 70
హైట్ తక్కువ
Just fit your head. So you'll be able to fit your whole bust up there. And this tree is healing itself. And there's a really funny name for trees that have holes in them, and they're called goose pens. Does anyone want to know why we call this a goose pen? Because when the early settlers got here, they used to put their geese in there because it was cheaper than building fencing. And they just put one gate in the front to keep the raccoons out. This used to be one of the tallest trees in the park. On the sign you can see it says 270 or 80 feet. Her top fell off in a windstorm. And Steve Sillett, who is featured in the book Wild Trees, actually came here in person, which was super cool, totally nerded out. And he measured this tree again, and unfortunately I cannot for the life of me remember what the new measurement is, but she's getting close to as tall as she used to be again. So pretty soon she will be maybe the tallest tree in the park once more. I'll give you guys a chance. It's kind of fun to look in here and see it, and then when you walk around the other side, to look through again. I'll walk really slow so you guys all have a chance to do that.
I'll be on the other side.
along with the Sempervirens Club, to get this made into a park. And he almost went bankrupt doing that. But then it was made into a park in 1902. And in the 1920s, they decided that not only should this be a park, it should be a resort for everyone to enjoy the old-growth redwoods. And they built tennis courts, they had a gourmet restaurant, and they built this swimming hole. And the swimming hole is behind us, or behind me right here. Well, in the 60s and 70s, this swimming hole was becoming a health hazard. If this was in color, it wouldn't be a beautiful blue, it'd be slightly green from all the algae. And some people that were here in the 50s that actually got to go swimming in it tell us that it was actually quite slimy. So the CCC and the park rangers decided it was time to return it to its natural state, because at that time in the 70s we were deciding that state parks should be places of retreat to nature, not retreat to resorts. There were enough places like that in the cities. We didn't need it out here in nature when people were trying to get away from it all. So they filled in this swimming hole, and now it's in a state of being returned to nature. And in a few more decades, we'll start to see a lot more redwoods sprouting up. You can already see some little baby redwoods over there encroaching. And one day it'll be back to being a forest again.
नाही ते नॅचरल हॅबिटॅट खराब होतं.
मध्ये हॉटेल त्यांनी तयार केलेलं स्विमिंग पूल. झाडाला कळलं आणि झाडाने आपले सीट पसरवले तर ते इकडे झाड उठतं लगेच तिकडे ते जळलेलं आणि छोटे छोटे कोण ते आले लहान छोटे त्याच्यातलं सीट लगेच पडले खाली आणि बरोबर आग लागली ना करायला. मला काही झालं तर मी सीट टाकेल. जोरदार दिव्य ट्री आहे, दिव्य. साधा सुद्धा ट्री नाही आहे तो. हा 2000 वर्ष जगायला थोडं लागतं. पण ते इन्फॉर्मेशन आपण स्वतःहून गेलो असतो तर सांगितली नसते ना कोणी. हा तेच म्हणून ते नुसतं आपण गेलो असतो तर एवढी घेतल्यामुळे आपल्याला नाही तर आपल्याला नुसती बघत बसा. हा हिस्टरी. now we can eat
तुम्ही एकदा उभे राहा, मी तुमचाही फोटो येईल. तुम्ही पण उभे राहा यांच्याबरोबर, म्हणजे मग तुमचाही घेते फोटो. आम्ही रेडवूड फॉरेस्ट नक्की
थोडं समरी करो.
हा आम्ही रेडवूड फॉरेस्ट मध्ये आलो होतो इथे, थँक्स टू मकरंद. आणि आमची गाईड पण खूप छान होती, प्रचंड आम्हाला इन्फॉर्मेशन दिली. आणि आता मी घरी जाऊन सगळे नोट करून ठेवणार आहे ती, म्हणजे मला ब्लॉग मध्ये लिहायला कमी आहे. नाही तर मग विसरायला होतं ना जरा. जसे दिवस जातात तर आज आठवेल.
पार्कचं नाव वगैरे सगळं रेकॉर्ड केलंय.
पार्कचं नाव आपल्याला बिग बेसिन रेडवूड पार्क,
रेडवूड स्टेट पार्क.
स्टेट पार्क.
त्याच्यातही सँडविचेस आहेत. काही झिपलॉक मध्ये अशी रेस्टरूम जशी
त्या लोकांचं पण नको काढू.
फ्रीजला लागून
म्हणजे लोकांचा नका काढू तसं.
लोकांच्यानी गाडीच्या झाडाचा काढतोय फोटो. तर त्याच्यावरती जर माणसं मुलं लहान लहान फिरतात आहे तर दॅट इज वन ऑफ द ग्रेटेस्ट थिंग्स.
नाही इथे पक्षी होते आत्ता ते उडून गेले. खाली जर ते आले तर मग त्यांचा घ्या. हा एक वरती बसला इथे. तुम्हाला एवढ्या लांब फोकस होईल का? हा जो स्क्रब जे टाईप. तो पक्षी खाली का बसला होता मला कळलं नाही. ते काय जमिनीवर अंडी देतात का? तिथे तो पहिल्यांदा जे त्यांनी ते झाड दाखवलं होतं मदर.
ते गीज
हा
गीज होल
झोलच्या यादी एक मदर ट्री आपण पाहिला होता.